November 5th, 2025. It is 7:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I welcome you all to another episode of War Notes. My name is Pavio G, and I am your host, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we are going full spectrum, okay, on global events, hunger, and relief systems under stress. We're going to talk about, real quick, airline news, personal relationships in the spotlight, and a hard look at what's gone wrong under the Trump administration. Not to shame voters, but to shake the mindset that keeps repeating the same mistakes. Because our future depends on the next election being guided by care, by community, and by people who actually love the people. Let's go ahead and dive in less than 30 seconds. Thank you all for tuning in. We have a worldwide and emergency relief update for you all here, my listeners, in Jamaica and parts of the Caribbean. My family is Jamaican too as well. Prayers going out to everyone indeed. But rescue and relief efforts are ongoing after a powerful storm knocked out power, blocked many roads, and overwhelmed local food banks and shelters. Communities are still digging out, and we are seeing ripple effects on imports, supply chains, and budgets. Now, here in the U.S., food banks are seeing unprecedented demand as more families hit by job loss, benefits, uncertainty, and rising costs scramble to fill their shelves. Partial food stamp releases or delayed releases are being discussed in some states as stopgaps for November. A Canadian-Mexico City airline route from Vancouver is under review. The update is light, but it signals how travel and trade corridors are shifting again. On the personal front, the story of J.D. Vance and his new lady friend, while his wife navigates the situation, is gaining public interest. Part scandal, part human story, but worth noting because leadership and relationships matter when public trust is thin. Locally, with new governance moving into New York, there's fresh opportunity indeed. In times of tightening global conditions and domestic instability, the leadership we choose now matters more than ever indeed, because when systems break, community picks up and we are a tribe. Remember that. And we need guardians who care. Now, for folks who don't know, I'm going to sum it all up for you all. As we know, since Yellow Man has been in office, there's a lot of things that's gone wrong under his administration since inauguration. And this, let me tell you right off the bat, before you all start to go into your minds here and start to run into the comments, this is not about who you voted for. Not at this point. It's about the mentality that keeps letting the same failures repeat itself. That's what it's about. So before you guys get defensive, this is not about who you voted for at this point. It's only about the mentality that you choose to keep. Although you may be seeing what's going on, if we continue to let history repeat itself, then everyone will fail. Everyone. Welcome, Manny Carnara, to the program. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. Indeed. Welcome, welcome. Blessings to you and family wherever you shall be. Blessings to you all. Now, here are some key failures where the Trump administration has failed. And again, if you voted for him, that's okay. We're not worried about who you voted for now. That's the least of our worries. Let's move forward. Something more positive. Mamdani has won New York City, and we love that, okay? Mass dismissals of firings of inspectors have happened under Trump. General cross agencies, independent watchdogs have been removed under the Trump administration. Oversight has been weakened under the Trump administration. Also under the Trump administration, hiring freezes and mass layoffs of federal civilian employees, including critical agencies such as environmental protection, veteran services, and national parks have been cut off under the Trump administration. Also, unprecedented reliance on executive orders to bypass Congress, leading to tens of major actions overturned by courts and deep institutional chaos under the Trump administration. Also under the Trump administration, sharply increased tariffs have been high as hell. Trade wars and disrupted supply chains. Foods are rising, okay, for consumers rather than the promised relief that he said to folks who voted for him. I wasn't the one, but the folks who voted for him know what I'm talking about. We're not mad at you anymore. Again, we're worried about your mindset for the future. Another thing that Yellow Man and his administration has done that has no benefit for the people, okay, He has retreat from multilateral and human rights commitments. Major U.S. aid programs have been frozen under the Yellow Man administration. Human rights protections under siege under Yellow Man. What happened to America First? America First now pivots, harming global credibility. Under Yellow Man, targeting of individuals, journalists, U.S. government officials, immigrants for political reasons rather than due process. And also under Yellow Man, government services and safety nets cut or delayed just as people's needs went up. Food assistance programs under threat. Federal agencies understaffed during crisis. This has all occurred under Yellow Man. Now, I have a message for everyone listening. A message for everyone listening moving forward. We'll be back in less than 10 seconds to discuss that message. Now, again, I say, we are not mad because of your vote. That's history. We are upset when the same mentality keeps returning, believing someone doesn't care about you or your community, yet still giving them trust or silence. If we want elections to finally bring in someone who cares and loves the people, we must do the following. 1, we must hold leadership accountable. Policy, not promises. We must build community resilience, pantries, food networks. Local leadership matters. We must think of ourselves as a tribe. The original stewards of this land were Native Americans. I say they were Native Americans. Under any system, if they were honored, perhaps our land and our people would be better served. We must demand leadership that serves us, not elites, not donors, not insiders. So this show isn't just news. This radio broadcast is not just news. It's a call to action. Please, folks, please, everyone, I don't care what color skin you are. I don't care what affiliation you are. Prepare your home. You are human like you, like me, everyone else. We're all human. So let's not put ourselves in this separate boat. Remember that we are a tribe. Prepare your home, prepare your budget, and prepare your voice. Even the folks who voted for Trump and may feel bad now, don't worry about the past. Let's worry about the future and prepare your voice for the future, because you're going to have some questions to answer, unfortunately, in the future. Because let me tell you, when big things go wrong globally or locally, the person who gets you through is you and the tribe you build around yourself and everywhere else. Hello, Matthews, Winsler. I am here in Ohio. Welcome to the program. I'm here in Akron, Ohio, outskirts of Akron, Ohio. So that is the story for today, folks. I appreciate you all being here. We discuss global storms, domestic strain, personal trust, and the cost of failed leadership. Now, we've laid out the problems. We've named the failures. And we've posed the path forward. Now is the moment to change the mindset, because elections are coming. Change is possible, and our community deserves better. You deserve better. I deserve better. Everyone deserves better. It doesn't matter what creed you come from. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter if you come from West Virginia, the Appalachian, or if you come from New York City. It doesn't matter. Welcome, Cohen, to the program. Welcome, Cohen. Good morning and blessings to you and your family. Blessings to Manny and Matthews Winsler, too. I welcome you here to the program. Welcome to War Notes. But again, this is a moment to change your mindset. Okay? I thank you all for being here with War Notes. I thank you all for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, take the time to do so. It is free to do. All you got to do is press the button. If you don't like me later, you can unsubscribe. But stay alert. Stay prepared. And most of all, stay connected. Remember, power comes from connection. Let's plug it in. And we'll be back soon. I thank you all for being here. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Thank you all for listening.